Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Hope your day is going well. I am back today with another topic. Listen, guys, it has been a wonderful past few days. I am getting excited because I'm about to take a few days off. I am about to take a vacation, and I'm very excited for these few days off. It's going to be like a mini getaway. And today I'm here to talk about designing your life. Take some time for you. Say yes to you. That is how you design your life. You know, when I changed the name of the channel, I gave you a brief video that shared what this channel would be about. So today we're going to be talking about how you can do that, or giving you examples of how I do that. In designing your life, it means that you take some time to put the focus back on yourself and being able to do some of those things that you enjoy doing. Oftentimes we get so overwhelmed with other people and the things that they have going on, and we feel so responsible for the things that other people are doing, whether it could be your child, your spouse, your parents, some of your friends, or even maybe your bosses and co-workers. You feel so obligated to take on things that maybe you really don't want to do, or maybe it could be that they are just a little bit overwhelming. But because you are a people pleaser, I recently discovered that I had been a people pleaser, you feel the need to always step up or fill in that gap when asked. And in designing your life, it is putting some of the focus back on you. And one of the ways you can do that is by having some time that you prioritize for you. So for instance, if you guys are someone who takes care of children, or maybe it's your friend, maybe it could be your grandchildren, or maybe you're someone who oftentimes volunteers to do things at certain places. Sometimes it's okay to tell those people, listen, this week is a week that I devoted to myself, and I'm going to take some time because I have taken up a class of ballroom dancing. Maybe I'm doing painting. Maybe I just want to take this time to actually have nothing to do but relax and recuperate from my week, and I will be able to help you next Monday at 9:30 a.m. See, you have to prioritize you, and you can put other people on a schedule to be able to help them. If you're just that person who can't say no. You know, we did have a video where I talked about 6 daily habits that will change your life, and one of them would be to be able to learn how to say no. Some of us just can't do that. Some of us feel like saying no is just something that is just wrong, and it means that you're selfish, so you just will not use those words. So how about, instead of saying no, you put them on a schedule? So we got everything else on a schedule. Our job, we have a time that we work. We know what time we're going to go to bed at night. We know what time dinner is. We know what time we're going to get up in the morning. The same way you have schedules for those things. Instead of overexerting, overtaxing, overwhelming yourself with other people's responsibilities, put them on a schedule as well. If it's something that you plan to do, or if you had no plans at all, then you can tell them, on Friday night, I am going to do something for me. I'm going to the movies. I'm going out to dinner. I'm not going to do anything but relax. And that's even if you want to tell people what you're doing. And maybe on next Friday, I'll be able to come over and help you with your garden, or I'll be able to babysit for you this weekend. We don't always have to feel obligated to say yes to everything that everybody asks us to do. And in saying yes to yourself, you're creating that balance for your life so that you will not be overwhelmed and not resting. See, in designing your life, a lot of us are still in the workforce, and we don't have time to take off weeks at a time. You know, some people don't have that type of vacation time, or maybe planning a sabbatical where you can take off 3 to 6 months or a year to be able to do things or go places. So in order to be able to still design your life in your current circumstances, in your everyday life, if you're still in the workforce, that means that you have to prioritize yourself. You have to put yourself on a schedule and say yes to you. And I think as women, that's something we lack. We lack that ability to take care of ourselves. I actually looked at myself, and it was a time in my life when I actually really did a lot of self-care and making sure I kept things up that I like my hair, my feet, you know. And then one day I looked up and I was just like, girl, you need a pedicure. And when I said pedicure, it's not about going and getting nail polish and stuff like that. It's about actually just taking care of your feet. Do you know how important your feet is? Your feet carries your body around every single day. Every single day. And if you're not caring for your feet and your feet end up, you know, being neglected, it can affect your whole body. Because sometimes, often the pain that you have in your back, pain that you have in your legs comes from your feet. Did you know that? Because we don't care for our feet. So that means sometimes you have to pamper those feet by allowing them to rest, by getting massages. You know, the arch in your foot, I mean, that can actually be very painful if it's walking around all day, especially if you're a person who wears heels or you don't have comfortable shoes that support your feet. Your feet can get very tired. People who suffer from bunions or corns, when you're not getting those filed and taken care of, oftentimes they can cause severe pain. So it's important that that's just one little example, just to give you an idea of what I mean. So it's important for you to do those small things. It's not being overspending or splurging. If you know how to do some of those things at home, you can do it. One of my girlfriends a long time ago bought me the foot tub, and it has all the little brushes and things on it that I can take time to pamper myself. So saying all that to say this, that it's important that you do those little things that provide you with self-care and that gives back to you. Say yes to you. That's really important. And we feel that we can't do that, you know. I have been that many times in my life when it comes to family, when it comes to friends. Do you know that I one time was going through a very financial crisis in my life, and I have always been a person that had significant amount of credit, meaning I have credit cards with large balances, right? And so I was once asked, and I'm not gonna put no names here, but I was asked once to help out with a financial burden, and I knew that I did not have any money at that time. I didn't have no liquid paper at that time. And so that person asked, and they, you know, expressed their situation, which was dire at that point. And I was like, well, you know, I don't have any money right now. And it was suggested, well, you have credit. That was actually suggested to me. And you know what? And I actually did it. And then I thought about it, you know, some time later, and I said to myself, that's something that I have to pay back. And when you pay a credit card, you know you pay that with interest, right? And so that was just another expense that I took on that was not mine, but because I felt bad, because it was a real need for someone, and I took on that responsibility instead of saying, you know, I honestly don't have that, because it was a challenge for me to pay that back with interest. And even not even receiving that back from the person, that created a burden for me. And I should have felt okay in saying, it's just not a good time for me right now. But because there was a way for me to do that, I felt obligated to do it. And sometimes that's what we do. We feel an obligation because maybe we can do it. But is it always a right decision to do? Is it right for you to create debt for yourself just because someone else has a need for it? See, we don't think on those terms. We just think of the fact that we're not doing it, and we could have, and we're not helping someone in their time of need. See, sometimes that balance between right and wrong gets kind of confused because we feel like we're being wrong when we're not assisting, even though it may be a substantial problem for you later on down the road. It's okay for you to say yes to you and say no to others. And in your healing journey that we're still talking about throughout the rest of this year on Living Life by Design, you're going to say yes to you so that when you enter 2024, you have some clear set boundaries on how to handle and design your life. Because if you're a person who is trying to get out of debt, like me, I'm trying to get as low as possible on debt. So when I create this little escape that I want, this little small sabbatical that I take, I won't have to be stressing on, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay this bill because I'm not working right now? And it's important that you start learning what it means to say yes to you. And when I say yes to you, it's not being selfish. You're not saying yes because you want to punish someone else. You're saying yes so that you can create, space in your life to be able to get things in order. A lot of us want to retire. A lot of us want to be able to take a break, but we can't because we're carrying such heavy loads. And one of the biggest problems in America right now is debt. People that are not able to relax because they have to keep grinding and hustling every day because what has happened in our economy that creates a substantial amount of heaviness and loads for us. It's not because you're being irresponsible. It's because interest rates are like raging and going through the roof that you can't balance your income and debt ratio. Y'all understand that? So it's important in your life that in designing your life, sometimes you have to prioritize you first and let other things take a back seat, or help that person understand that they got to now learn to say no to some of their extravagancies. I have people in my life that feel like it's a priority for them to do those extras for themselves, like get their nails done every week or get their hair done every week, and then put the things that are priority on the back burner. And they feel that they can come and ask everyone else to help them with the important things while they're living this life of luxury. And in designing your life, you have to know the difference between what's a priority and what's a luxury. And if you're helping people with their priorities while they're using their money and time for their luxuries, how is that helping anybody? Because it's creating debt for you, and it's actually enabling them to understand the difference between priorities and what's a luxury, and that it's sometimes those luxuries have to take a back seat to priorities. So I've learned to say yes to me, and it hurts sometimes. It makes you feel bad sometimes because you want to say yes. If you're that person that has that heart to say yes, you want to say yes, but sometimes it's so important that lessons have to be learned, and especially when they're adults, that they have to say, that you have to tell them, look, the same lessons that I learned, you're going to need to learn this as well. And I have no problem with that. I have no problem with now, understanding that sometimes I have to say yes to me and be able to focus on my needs and those things that I need for me to be able to have balance, because it's tough out here right now, guys. We're living in some times that I never thought in my lifetime I would see, and I don't even understand everything that I'm looking at. I really don't. I don't understand everything that I'm seeing. It's heartbreaking. It's scary at times because any of us can fall prey to poverty at any given time if you're not a person who has an abundance of things. It could take one episode of an incident in your life, whether it's an illness, whether it's losing your job, or having to take on the responsibility of caring for someone else, that can totally turn your whole life upside down, and you find yourself in a situation where you need help. So in designing your life, in living the life that you want, say yes to you sometimes. I do believe in community and helping each other and families and people that love each other. But sometimes you have family members who will take advantage of you, or even friends who will take advantage of you, and they can start learning how to prioritize things in their life and do better with their finances. And it's not your responsibility to take on the finances of everybody else and keeping them straight while you're slowly sinking in your world. So thought I'd share that today. So guys, by the time you see this video, I should be probably on my way to taking a vacation for about 4 days, and just want to design my life and relax, prioritizing me. And I work hard enough and live my life enough that I can take these little escapes so that I can create balance in my life. So I will be coming with you guys. Hopefully you guys will be able to see videos from that trip and how I relaxed and catered to myself, said yes to me, and hope to show that with you guys. So yeah, just wanted to drop in today. I'm sitting here relaxing. I'm about to go and visit mom and do some little things for her, and I thought I'd drop in. I have been watching a video, and this really inspired me to just, you know, send out this video to you guys today. Y'all didn't get into my mental health videos. I just want to say that y'all check that video out. It got very low views. When we often talking about mental health and what that means in our lives, I think people are afraid of that. They shy away from that. But if you get an opportunity, check that video out. I'm going to leave a link to it in the cards here or here. Go out and check that video out, and you know, just let it sink in, resonate with you guys. So yeah, sitting here in my little relaxing environment. I got my little tree decorated for the holidays so that I can create some joy around here, some happy smiles, and get in that festive mode, because we need it right now in this time. Let you guys see my fire I have going here. It's not a real fire, but it, you know, it's giving me that zen feel, that relaxation that I need. So thank you all for watching today. If you are new to the channel, thumbs up this video. Don't leave without subscribing. I hope that you've checked out some videos that has inspired you to want to become a part of the sisterhood. And for all of my returning ladies, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in, for all of your encouragement, all of your support that you've given me. Happy holidays to everybody. If I don't get an opportunity to say that before Thanksgiving arrives, whatever you have planned for yourself and your families, I hope that you will have an amazing time. Be safe in this world. Celebrate life. Be thankful. Give gratitude. Get up with gratitude every day for what you have, and for the fact that you're still here, that you're healthy enough to be able to spend time with those that you love, and however you choose to create that in your life. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, I love you so much. Peace, and have a wonderful rest of the day.